Let's get the people what they want. The Wade O Radio Show.
Okay, so over the weekend, we had a bunch of Christian hip-hop releases. D1, No Big Deal, Reach Records Playlist, Tunnel Rats, all of them put music out. Plus, we probably had 40 or 50 singles be released, including music from Miles Minnick, Tommy Zuko, and a slew of other people. My brother Shepard put some new music out with Nico M.A. Now, here's the interesting part. What was trending on Twitter and Threads was not actually a Christian rap album this week, but it was the Clipse new project. And I think part of what was so interesting was, one, they hadn't put music out in like 15 years. Two, Malice had left the mainstream music industry, come into the Christian rap space for a while under the name of No Malice, and now he's back with his brother. And so everyone is wondering, man, what is this going to sound like? What is this going to look like? They re-linked up with Pharrell and, kind of had that as the production backbone for the album. And then, boom, the project comes out and everybody is talking about this thing on social media just around, like, the themes on it. I mean, he's dealing with grief. He's dealing with the loss of their parents. He's dealing with just being a big brother, that whole dichotomy. Of course, they're still talking about the streets. I mean, that was always their thing. But then there's also themes of faith on the project. And one of the things that's also been impressive about this project is also the rollout of the project, right? It's how this project was rolled out in terms of them doing several key interviews, Breakfast Club and other places. And so one of the things that I think in the Christian community, I've seen a lot of people just wondering is Malice still walking with the Lord? And I want to play a clip. This is a short clip from the Breakfast Club interview because I think it really speaks to what is going on with him from a spiritual standpoint, but also it informs also what is going on this project.
God is intentional. These things don't just be happening to us the way, we think. God is very gracious and he sets you up. He knows what you can take. He knows how much to put on you. He knows the order in which to put, things in for you. So I just know that he's in control all the time.
Now, I'm not a person to come and try to defend someone else's faith. Like, I never feel like that's necessary. I never feel like that's my job. But I will say this, when I hear someone talking like this, and, Malice is someone that I know, someone I've had a relationship with for a while. He's been consistent in that whole time that I've known him in terms of, what it is that he's about. I see someone that God is moving through. And I think sometimes for us as Christians, it's easy for us to just say, man, come out of the world and do Christian music or make Christian content. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's what I do, right? I've been doing that for the past 20 years. But I also think there's something to be said of God calling you out of something, right? Calling you out of something, allowing you to live life for a while, then equipping you to go back into those same places and spaces where you were and reach other people. And the reason why I know that's what's happening is the number of conversations that I have had with just normal people in my life the past 3-4 days has been phenomenal because of what is going on this project, because of what Malice and Pusha are talking about on this project, right? And I'm not saying what they're doing, it should be the blueprint for everybody who's an artist. I'm not. I'm just saying the impact that this project is having should not be lost on any of us. And for those of you who are just like, man, there's only one way to do this, there's not. There's so many different ways. And even when you look at, to use a biblical example, the life of the Apostle Paul, he was persecuting Christians all over the Roman Empire at that time. He gets saved. Then for 13 years, he sits under the apostles' teaching. And then what do? They send him out on these missionary journeys. He gets commissioned by his church to go out on these missionary journeys and go back into some of the same places where he was persecuting Christians and plant churches. And it expanded. He actually went to more places than just the places where he was initially. And so sometimes, man, God will equip you to do some things that you hadn't set out to do initially. You were just being faithful. Again, I'm not trying to argue for no malice's faith. I'm not trying to do any of that stuff. I'm just saying, I hope that the body of Christ can see what it is that God is doing through him through a new lens. Because there's so many different ways to do ministry and to reach people. And I don't even know if he would categorize what he's doing as ministry, to be honest. He may just say, hey, I'm making music, but I'm making music from the perspective of how I've been living these past 10, 11, 12, 13 years that I've been a Christian. And so I'm here for it, man. I just want to salute them. I feel like musically the project is amazing, but I think the conversations that are being sparked from this album are some that, man, I haven't seen from too many different places. And it's just amazing to me to see art actually doing that in real life. Hey, family, thank you so much for tuning in today. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. It definitely will help us with the algorithm. But here's the other thing that it does. It'll help you get notified whenever we drop new content. And here's the other thing. You can keep the conversation going by clicking here and watching this video, or by clicking here and checking out this video. I'll see you next time.